Hi students. In last class we have started our third lesson, that is fiber to fabric. And what all things we study? We study that fabric is made up of yarns and yarns are made up of fibers. So many fibers are joined together to form yarns and so many yarns are arranged together to form a fabric. And from where we get these fibers? We study some fibers we get from plants and animals. Some fibers we produce in factories by using some chemicals, and that fibers are called synthetic fibers. And the fibers that we get from plants and animals are called natural fibers. And which are the natural fibers? Cotton, jute, wool and silk. Today we can study about cotton. Okay, so we know most of our dresses are made up of cotton. Then cotton is used for filling our bed, pillows and all. Again, you have seen functions lighting the lamp in some functions and all. So during that lighting the lamp, you can see they are using some wicks, and these wicks are dipped in oil and they are lighting the wicks. And these wicks are also made up of cotton. So we can see so many uses for cotton. Cotton is used for so many things like filling the pillows, bed, then making wigs, making our dresses and all. We can see the cotton. So from where we get these cotton fibers? So here you can see cotton and you can see so many small fibers are present in this cotton, and this small hair like structures, that is called cotton fiber. So from where we get this cotton fiber? We get it from cotton plant. And from which part of cotton plant we get this cotton fiber? We get it from the fruit of a cotton plant. So from where we get? We get cotton fibers from the fruit of a cotton plant. Okay. So the fruits, usually it is about the size of a lemon. So size of a lemon. And after growth, when it matures, it will burst open. It will break and open after maturing. It will break and open. And when it open, what happens? This white colored cotton will come out from the fruit. So you can see this white colored cotton coming out from the fruits. Okay. And it is the time for harvesting the cotton fruits. Okay. And you can see it is said that at this time of harvesting, if we go to a cotton field, we can see so many cotton plants. All the fruits will burst open and cotton fibers, white colored cotton fibers will come out from the fruit. And it is said that when we look at a cotton field, it will look like a field that is covered with snow, because you can see white colored cotton coming out from the cotton fruit. So it will look like a field that is covered with a snow. Okay. Then, so this cotton fibers come out. So during this time, they will collect all the cotton fruits. Then they will collect all the fibers together. And inside these fibers, seeds are present in these fibers. So we want to separate the seeds from the fibers. We need only the fibers. So we want to separate the seeds from the fibers. So how they are separating these seeds? So for example, if there are lice on our head, we using a comb, we will collect all the lice and remove the lice from our head. Like that, here also, these farmers, they will use a comb-like structure. And this is a comb-like structure. You can see a comb-like structure. And using this, they will comb the cotton wools or cotton fibers, and they can separate the seeds from the cotton fibers. That is one method. And nowadays, that is by using hand. But nowadays, they are using some machines. Using machines, they are separating the seeds from the cotton fibers. So it is very easy to use a machine and separate. So that will save more time and labor also. Okay. And this process of separating seeds from cotton fibers, that process is called ginning. So that this is very important, ginning. So what is ginning? The process of separating seeds from cotton fibers is called ginning. Okay. And this cotton plant, they usually, in our places we can't see cotton plants. So they are usually growing in places where there is black soil and a warm climate. So usually in India we can see these cotton plants in Punjab, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and all. We can see cotton fields. Okay. So from where we get cotton fibers? We get cotton fibers from the fruit of a cotton plant. Okay. And the process of separating seeds from cotton fibers is called ginning. Is it clear? Okay. Next we can study how we get jute fibers. Okay. So we study cotton fibers we get from the fruit of a cotton plant. And this jute fibers we get from the stem of the jute plant. Okay. So we are going to study about jute, and we get jute fibers from the stem of a jute plant. Not from fruit, we get jute fibers from the stem of a jute plant. And these jute plants are generally that is cultivated during rainy season, and it is harvested during its flowering stage. So it is harvested during its flowering stage, and it is mainly grown in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam in India. So we can see jute plants, cultivation of jute plants in West Bengal, Bihar and Assam. So during their flowering stage, what the farmers do, they will cut the stems of all the jute plants. Then they will put it in water. So in big tanks or in some rivers and all, they put this jute stems under water. They will immerse it in water. And what happens if they are kept in water for so many days? They will begin to decay and the stem will begin to rot. When the stem rot, what happens? It is easy to separate the fibers from the stem. So after they rot, they will collect the fibers. They will take the stem, and it is easy to separate the fibers, and they will separate the fibers easily from the stem. Okay. So we study cotton fibers we get from the fruit of a cotton plant. And along with cotton fibers there will be seeds, and the process of removing or separating seeds from cotton fibers are called ginning. Then jute we get from the stem of a jute plant. So for this they will cut the stem and immerse it in water. When they rot, they will collect it and separate easily the fibers. Okay. So now we study how we get fibers. Okay. Then next we want to study how they convert these fibers into yarns and how they arrange the yarns to make a fabric. That we can study in next class. Okay.